and we wish that we will be working together to implement
I'm Peter
that
Püschel,
convention.
Director, International Environmental Agreements with IFAW. We're here today in plenary at the CITES conference in Bangkok. And behind me is currently the procedure to decide how actually the voting process should be conducted. We hope it's be a very, very quick vote on that, because there are a lot of essential issues on the table for wildlife. Today, we expect that the polar bear debate starts. The debate to put the polar bears on Appendix 1 of this convention, which would mean that the international trade gets banned right out.
Next on our agenda,
the other hot topic today is the African elephant. It's not being dealt with here, where the polar bear is going to be debated, but in the other room in so-called Committee 2. And it's about how do we actually stop the big crisis that currently threatens the African elephant.
So now please start the vote.
There just was a vote on one of the proposals. Was to bring more transparency and more accountability into CITES, which means that less secret ballots should be taken. As we can see behind me here, the delegates are moving. This is because plenary finally came to grips after 3 days of negotiations to decide over the procedure, how votes can be taken in this conference. And that's so important, even though it lacks transparency to some degree. Nevertheless, the most important is that parties now know and have a procedure to vote. To vote, for example, for the polar bear protection, or to vote for better protection and anti-poaching measures for elephants in Africa. And that's what we're going to have on the table in the agenda in the afternoon in committee here, Committee 1, where polar bears will be discussed, and in the other committee, in the other room, where elephants are going to be discussed.